Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Tavonte's World. Yeah, I'm be honest. This video is a little bit hard for certain reasons. Um, but I feel like I need to talk about this topic. So you already know, like, the topic of today's video is don't let these people play with your emotions, okay? Like, it's so many people out here in this world who get in relationships with people and it just don't work out. Things don't go their way. And sometimes the counterpart will try to make you feel like you the problem, like you the issue. Like they will literally try to play with your emotions and play with you mentally to make you feel like you're this effed up person. When in reality, it's them playing on their mind and they just mad because they couldn't get what they wanted. For example, like this whole I know y'all been watching on TikTok, the whole Risa T situation. Who the fuck did I marry? Baby, that was a story. Okay? That was a story. That was a story of a story of a story. Okay? And I watched all 50 parts. And Legion definitely played with her emotions. And if it was me, Legion would be 6 feet under by now, because how many times we gonna go through this? Like you playing with my top. I don't like that. It don't necessarily have to be like a relationship. Like you don't necessarily have to be a couple. It could be your cousins, that relationship, or a relationship with your family or with your friends. Don't let people try to make things seem something that it's not. And don't get me wrong, granted everybody has their own truth, everybody has their own emotions that they go through or whatever. But it's important to get your side out. It's always important to, like let the truth be known. Tell your truth. You understand what I'm saying? Like this one situation that I was in, like this old little sneaky link I had, right? Um, we was seeing each other on and off, like not like dating, but just like hooking up on and off for like a year and some change, right? And then he hit me about the blue. And yes, I said he. If you don't know, I'm part of the LGBT community. I put the B in LGBTQ, okay? I'm bisexual. And what does bisexual mean? I'm attracted to women and I'm attracted to men. Okay? That's it. That's all. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. But I said what I said. All right? Now back to the story. So like he had hit me up out the blue one day, and wait, I'm lying. It was like around like September. We was talking or whatever. And he had mentioned how, he had wanted to be in a relationship with me. Which, I didn't mind, he seemed like a pretty cool person or whatever. Um, the attraction was there, like I said, because we've been hunching. But like we didn't start like dating until like I want to say like the ending of November, beginning of December, something like that. And how that came about, it was like, okay, we talked about the relationship in September, and it was concerns about, the aspect of coming out, right? Because, he had put in his mind that he was never going to come out at all. Like he's never coming out the closet. And at the time, you know, I wasn't really like planning on coming out neither. It wasn't like beneficial to the person coming out. It's just like it's basically like telling the people around you like who you are. Like, and I felt like I didn't need to do that. I mean, because the way I am today, I've been this way, you know, in my femininity energy, I always been like this. So, I mean, if you didn't catch on, you didn't catch on. That's you. That's on you, not on me. I'm just saying. But not to say that like some straight man can't be feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just my my mother had asked once or twice, and I was like, no, I'm not. But that's because I didn't like get like the her feel on being a part. Being like, wait, I know how she feel about black people. She don't like black people. She feels like pick side, but she don't mind one of her kids being, gay or lesbian. But bi, she that just confuses her. She's like, just pick side and stick with it. but but like I don't know, like I never felt the need to come out. Well, if you're watching this video, I'm out. Surprise. Like I came out to my friends and my coworkers and stuff like that, but never to like my family. So if my family watched this video and if you got a negative opinion on it, hold on, check me, Mo. And that's that on that. Because one thing about me, if you can't love me for me, you don't need to be nowhere near me. Okay? So anyway, so like at the time I wasn't really thinking about coming out. I didn't feel like there was a need to come out. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like I like what I like. You know? Sometimes, I'm attracted to both sexes. Sometimes I like to tickle a little pickle. And sometimes I like to eat a little oysters. I mean, just to the story. So like, so we came upon that agreement. And like I told him like my dreams and aspirations. So I guess he was thinking like, okay, he wants to become this recording artist or he wants to become this professional wrestler. He's going to be in the limelight. And if I'm with him, then people going to see me. So I feel like he was like self-sabotaging himself because he would like be like, but I don't want you to stop your dreams or not be you because of me. And I'm like, well, nobody said that was going to happen. I'm going to be me anyway. And when I do make it, I'm like, who said I want you out in the public with me? Cause then, but like, I wouldn't want like the public and all my personal life anyway. So it wouldn't. It really didn't matter to me. I was just like, I really don't care if you decide to come out or not. That's your decision, and I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do. But then, like in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, I gotta remember this because it seemed like even though he was the one to ask me out, it seemed like he wanted to get out of it by, saying all those things. He's like, oh, I love you, and I love you enough to understand like if you don't want to be with me because I'm never gonna come out, then if you don't want to be with me because I'm never gonna come out, then that's okay. And I'm just like, you don't need to worry about that. We cross that bridge when you get there. Like right now, let's just enjoy what we got here, right? So, we texting back and forth, and I was trying to meet up because I wanted to see him, right? You my man. I want to see you, let me see you. And um, all right, so like he lives with his family. So usually we'll wait till everybody sleep. And then, ooh, I sound like such a hoe. Oh my god. Ooh, okay, yeah, I'm spilling tea tonight. I mean, so that usually, I will sneak over and we'll do the do. And I'll come over and we'll do the do, and then I'll go home. What else is to a sneaky link? Like come in while the people sleep, leave before they wake up. We want to mess you. We gotta get it done. Texting and it's just like the timing wasn't matching up. And one day, I tried to see him and then he told me like he was going through a depression. So one day, we tried I tried to link up with him or whatever, and he was like, he's just not in the mood tonight. And I was like, okay. And I was like, he's like, he don't have no weed or whatever. And usually when he meet up with me, he high. So and so now like that part, I'm like, wait, so you mean tell me in order for you to meet up with me, you gotta be high? Like, so I felt a little type of way about that because I'm like, um, bitch, what? Like, I'm just like that's how I felt like. So you mean tell me in order for you to meet up with me, you have to be high? And then he's like, yeah, if I'm not in, I don't want you to see me down and out. I know I'm a little depressed or whatever. So I'm like, I got a weed pen. I got a weed pen. I can bring the weed pen. Then he like, um, no. And then I was like, well, damn, I wish I had the money to get you, to get it. And then he was like, yeah, but I will never ask you for that, or I will never like ask you for money or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then like I go to sleep. I gotta go to work the next morning. So I'm texting him every day, and it's like one word responses. It's like I'd be like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, fine. And then I'd be like, what did you do today? And he'd be like, oh, nothing much. It's like, it was given like he didn't want text. So I'm like, okay, duly noted. So like I stopped texting for like 2 days because now I'm starting to feel sad. And I'm the type of person, like once somebody that I like or love, once I love wasn't there yet with him, y'all. Okay. Strongly like once like somebody I care about, like if I can't solve their problems for them, I start to feel bad, right? So, I start feeling bad, and I found myself getting depressed, and I didn't want to be in that mood. So, I just need to take a break from texting him for like 2 days, right? So then I text him. I start back texting him. It's still the same energy. Well, granted, he said he was depressed. So then one day we talking, and then he's like, I need a month to give me a month to get myself together. So I'm like, okay. I can't remember what the text was before he said that, but I can't remember the emotion from the text exchange, and it made me feel very sad. And probably was sad because I couldn't fix his problem. So, so I'm just like, I need another break. Let me not text him for a couple of days. Let me, because when I get sad and when I get like down and out, I have this thing where I completely cut off my emotions. I call it autopilot. Like my emotions cut off. I'm just focusing on my day to day tasks. And after that, then like the emotion capsule in my brain is off because I didn't want to feel that sadness, right? So, whew. So, I lost track of time to be honest. And it's been past like 5 days. So, on day 6, I legit was about to pick up my phone to check on him, right? And I got a text from him saying, "Oh, well, I guess I'll let you be." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Right? And he's like, "Oh, um, what he said?" He's like, "Oh, I get, like I said, I guess I'll let you be. Um, anybody." And I was like, wait, hold on. Like, you told me give you a month, right? You told me give you a month, get yourself together. So maybe it's only been 5 days. He was like, anybody willing to be away from me for that long ain't for me. And I was like, oh, well, I was like, well, like that was my argument. Like you said, give me a month. Like this was like I never been like broken up with before. Like this was like my first real relationship. I'll say. I had some in like elementary school days, but I really don't count that because we was like young. But this one, I was like, oh, not him breaking up with me. Mind you, this is December 21st. I'm like, he broke up with me before Christmas too. He was like, oh, I figured that you was out doing whatever you wanted to do anyway after you had texted me and told me that your old fling had texted you to hook up. And I was like, wait, hold on. Because like I told you, when I told you that he had texted me, I told you I didn't go. And I think that's where I had messed up. I thought like being honest in the relationship, letting my partner know everything that was going on in my life. I thought that was part of the relationship. But now I know you gotta keep secrets. Because if they already have insecurities, you telling them certain stuff is gonna feed into them insecurities, and then they gonna try to use that against you. Like, cause some people so crazy, the elevator don't go all the way up, and they start making up scenarios in their mind. And I'm like, cause I'm not that type of person. I don't cheat. Cause one, cause I don't want that karma to come back, right? And second, you had gave me the okay. He gave me the okay to go out and do whatever I want since we couldn't get up for a month. But still, I wasn't gonna do that. I was ready to be in a relationship, and I was willing to wait because I know people go through stuff. So, so y'all, he done broke up. He broke up with me. Then he gonna say, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Um, Then he put an LOL after everything, so he laughing at it, and I'm like, okay. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, this is a joke to him. You just you basically. I feel like you basically like trying to play with me. Like you basically lied to me, telling me how you love me, this, that, and the third, and how you need me in your life, this, that, and the third. I'm not even gonna. I'm sick right now. So if y'all hear the heavy breathing, if y'all hear the sniffles, a nigga been going through it. Okay, I've been having fevers, the runs, and it's given. I'm on my last days. Like last night, I legit was laying in my bed and I was like, Lord, if you getting ready to take me now, cause I can't do this. Anyway, so he like, I'm sorry for wasting your time, LOL. Um, we could just be friends. Okay. Now, in that moment, of course, I was a little sad. No, I was a little sad. I was like, oh wow. I guess it was the feeling of like someone breaking up with me. That's not a good feeling. I gotta put them back in my head. I gotta be the first one to break up. I can't. I don't like that feeling. Somebody breaking up with me, because then you start feeling like, oh bitch, what could I have done to make things better? What? Oh my god, I messed up big time. You know. Granted, I did make some few mistakes. Telling him about the old fling, texting me to hook up or whatever, not checking on him in 5 days, knowing he said he was going through depression. No, granted, I made those mistakes. So New Year's come. So I'm in my phone, texting everybody Happy New Year's. I even text him Happy New Year's because, like I said, he said we could be friends. So I text him Happy New Year. Granted, it was like 2 weeks after a week and a half after we had broke up, whatever. He never responded. I was like, okay, he might still be mad or whatever. So then on February 9th, or February 8th, I wake up to a text that said, oh, well, you could have came over tonight from him. So I'm analyzing the text. I'm like, oh, wow. You couldn't text Happy New Year's, but you sure know how to text me when you want some. So I ignored the text. I don't like this because now I feel like you think I'm some type of whore. Like you think I'm some type of fly by the night type of person. And that is not the case. Okay. And once you once you once I gain up the enough evidence in the case file in the back of my head to further explain the reason why I don't want to, you know, hook up with you no more or be around you no more. Once I build up enough evidence, oh baby, I don't spin the block twice. Okay. No, we don't do that. We don't do that at all. Mm-mm. I don't spin the block twice. Because if I spin the block twice, a drive-by might come and shoot me dead. I don't spin the block twice. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Time to go to a different block. So then he texts me on February 18th. 10 days later, he like, I guess not, question mark, right? So February 18th, 10 days later, he texts me talking about, oh, well, I guess not. So put the laughing emoji. Because this is comical now. This is real comical. You trying to play games. You want to play games. And I'm the wrong one to play games with, baby, okay? We ain't gonna do these games. We's not gonna do these games. Cause now I feel like On February 8th, I felt like he was trying to be petty. Because you didn't even say hi. You didn't say, hey, how are you? You just gonna put, oh well, guess you could have came over tonight. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Hmm? Hmm? All right. So, like I said, I put the laughing emoji. So I said, hey, hi, how are you? Because now I'm feeling petty. And since you don't know how to greet me properly, let me show you by example how you greet a person you want to speak to. So I said, hey, how are you? How you doing? You know, he texting. So now I was like, but he was texting too slow. But I had legit had wanted to like know the answer to this question when I had asked it. So I was like, well, how are you doing mentally? Right? Because, like when we were together, he said he was depressed. And he texts, he was like, I'm glad you think this is funny. And I was like, so since that was like the text that came after I asked, how are you doing mentally? I guess he assumed that like I was like trying to make joke of his depression or whatever. That's what I assumed. So I was like, I don't think mental health is funny. You know, I was legit checking on you to see how you're doing. And then he was like, oh, it's okay. Um, I was, I finally had the free, and I decided to waste it on you. Waste, waste, waste. Oh, baby. First of all, what we not gonna do is we not gonna sit here and play. Cause what I do very well. Okay, I have rave reviews. Okay, okay. Every person that I've been, they want to come back. Okay, so don't you ever. It would been a waste of time. And then I was like, well, this is all through text. So I'm like, before we even get to a conversation about us linking up again, we need to talk. We need to like talk. So he's like, oh, no need. You show me your true colors. So now I'm like, mm. So at this point, oof. And sometimes I just hate being a Pisces because now, I'm letting it get to me. And I don't know, like with me, I, I don't know why I'm like this, but I'm such a people pleaser. And against the boundaries that I'm trying to set, I will still go out of my way to do something for people. So at this point, I'm feeling bad because I feel like I hurt his feelings because, he think I made fun of his mental health. But after he was like, I was a waste of time, oh, that triggered me. And that I showed him my true colors, that triggered me too. So I wrote a whole long paragraph because I was like, okay, I get why you mad that I get why you mad that I ain't check on you in them 5 days when you was going through your depression. I get why you broke up with me. And for that, I'm sorry, you know? And then I was like, but what we not gonna do is sit here and play with my mental and sit here try to make me look like the bad guy. As if you ain't do shit too. Okay? Because throughout this 2 week relationship, you always brung up me having a roster, me having other people that I could go hang out with. not to waste my time on you, blah, 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 blah. Now that I'm looking back at it, and I got like my friend's perspective after I sent like the text messages and stuff, and told him what happened. Now looking back, I'm like, yeah, he really tried to play with me. He really tried to mess up my mental. Really tried to like to manipulate me and to make me feel like I'm this bad person. Which, by the way, like I know I'm a good person, and I know I'm solid in who I am, what I like, what I don't like, how I am with people, and I know my triggers, and I know how to control them when I feel triggered. You know, I understand that not every action need a reaction, but in that certain moment, I felt like I had to fight for myself because you're not going to sit here and paint this picture of me, even though the text is between me and you. You're not gonna sit here and paint this picture of me, right? So, I was like, we're not gonna sit here and play these games. Like, I was like, I text you Happy New Year's, no response. You text me on the 8th when you wanted some treasure, when you wanted something out the treasure pot, and then like you text me a whole month, and 7 days later, once you got the free, and you got a and you want some, and you thought I was supposed to come running back. How do you think that makes me feel? Hmm? Because to me, that makes me think you think of me like some type of whore. I'm supposed to come running back to you. I know the body may give beluga. Okay, the body may give beluga, but one thing I know, the face card gives 10. Okay, even if y'all think it's a 6, 7, 5, 4, even if y'all think it's a 1, to me, face card gives 10. Okay, I love myself. I love how I look. I love how I talk. I love how I walk. I love who I am because that's how God made me. Okay? And can't nobody change that. And if anybody tries to change that, I will fight you because you're not going to sit here and try to change me to be something that I'm not. And you're not going to sit here and try to make me feel like, I'm this horrible person when I know I'm not. So I ended the text off with like, I hope you find somebody who gives you the love that you need. And I say this sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And then he was like, uh, he said something. I think he said like, I wish the same thing for you too. And then I was like, thank you. And then he was like, mm-hmm. Like, so you still being petty. So I was like, you know what? Let me not read him. Let me not read him because it's a lot that I could have said. But, I decided to spare. I didn't want to come out that bad because of a whole lot. It's a whole lot that I could say. A whole lot I could say. And the petty part of me really wanted to. Ooh, he lucky I'm saved. Okay, yeah. So more the story. First of all, like I want your opinion. Am I wrong? Like, am I crazy? Because I don't feel like I'm playing the victim right now. You know, I think the thing that really made me angry was the fact that he wasn't taking in consideration how I felt, and I was taking in consideration how he felt. I felt like, if you say like you love me, you need me in your life, this, that, and the third, you want to marry me and take me on vacations, take me on dates and stuff. I feel like you saying all that, at least, you know, after you tell me how I made you feel and I tell you how you made me feel, I'm taking accountability. You know, I'm apologizing. I'm saying like I'm sorry. Like I didn't intentionally mean to hurt you like that. And then I'm telling you what you did to me and you're ignoring it. I didn't like that. But like, I just want to know, like, am I wrong? Am I crazy? I just want to know because honestly, I feel like he was really manipulative, and I'm glad that I dodged the bullet. Yeah, but more of the story. Don't let these people play with you. You know, stand up for yourself. Know who you are. Love who you are. Okay, and don't settle for nothing less than what you deserve because it's somebody out there for everybody. And if you have like insecurities and stuff like that, work on them before you get in a relationship. Okay, because if you don't love yourself, no one's going to love you. And also, you have to love yourself enough to know what you deserve and what you don't deserve. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Um, please share these videos, okay? Because you know we need to get up there. I know I keep saying this, but I really do love and appreciate y'all for watching my videos and liking and commenting and subscribing. Um, yeah, please share and turn your post notifications on so you get notified every time I drop a video. Peace. I love you. Out.